Hi, in this tutorial I will show the response of RC low pass circuit with square wave input. So first let us see what is RC low pass circuit. RC low pass circuit consisting of two passive elements, resistor and capacitor, where we take the output voltage across capacitor. Now let us take one resistor and one capacitor in multisim software. So this is the multisim 12 version. Take resistor and place it in the workspace. Now take one capacitor, where we can find the capacitor here. So take one capacitor, select the capacitor and place it in the workspace. Now select the capacitor and rotate it, Ctrl R. So now let us take the function generator. You can see on the right hand side function generator. Select the function generator and bring to the workspace. Now select one ground, so you can power sources, where you can find in the power sources ground. Take the ground and place it in the now. So let us make the connections of the circuit. Connect the function generator ground, negative terminal to ground to the ground, and the capacitor one terminal to the ground, and the function generator one terminal, the positive terminal to the resistor, and the resistor other end to the capacitor. So now let us open this function generator. By default it is set to sine wave. Let us change it to square wave, and frequency say let us take 1000 Hz. So that is 1 kilohertz. That means 1 millisecond is the time period of the input waveform. So change the amplitude, say 2 volts peak. So that means positive amplitude is 2 volts, negative amplitude is minus 2 volts. That means peak to peak amplitude will become 4 volts. The duty cycle is 50%. That is on time and off time, both are equal. So now square wave input. Now let us take one oscilloscope. The circuit is finished. In order to see the input and output waveforms, let us take one oscilloscope, 2-channel oscilloscope. So place it in workspace. Connect channel A. Connect channel A to the function generator input. Channel A ground to the ground. Channel A ground to the ground. And channel B to the capacitor, because we see the voltage across capacitor, the output voltage. Now the channel B ground to the ground. So now what is the time constant of the circuit? The time constant is very simple formula, R into C. So that is equal to 1 into 1 millisecond. The input time period is 1 millisecond. So now let us open this oscilloscope. Let us make it big size by expanding it. Now let us run this simulation. Now you can see, pause it. So reverse it in order to change the background color of oscilloscope. You can see both waveforms in red color. So in order to distinguish between the input and output waveforms, so let us stop this simulation. Now let us select this output line, right click on this, select segment color, and change the segment color to any color. Now I am taking blue color. Now rerun it. Now you can see the output in blue color. You can see the output in blue color. Now let us pass this. Now let us change the time period scale, say 1 millisecond or 0.5 milliseconds. Now let us change the channel amplitude to 2 volts, 1 volt, and channel B amplitude say 1 volt. Now we can see that, so this is the capacitor charging and discharging. So the output takes certain time to settle down into final values. You can see that it reaches to it is settled down to some certain amplitude, positive amplitude, negative amplitude. So this is the capacitor charging, this is the capacitor discharging. So this is called a steady state waveform. The output waveform is settled down into these values. Actually we derive the expression for these voltages, V1, let us call this voltage as V1, and V2. We derive mathematically the expressions for these voltages. So I will derive these two voltages in next video lecture. So meanwhile you remember these waveforms. The amplitude, these positive amplitude and negative amplitude are of same equal amplitude. Let us see this. Let us stop this. For example, first let us see the input waveform only. Let us remove this output line. Let us remove this output line, delete this line. Now let us only see the output. you can see the output, you can see the input here. So you can see the input, you can clearly see that. You can see that the positive amplitude is 2 volts. You can check on channel A. Negative amplitude is say -2 volts. -2 volts, where you can observe here -2 volts channel A, -2 volts, and positive amplitude is 2 volts. So you can see here 2 volts. The peak to peak amplitude is 4 volts. You can also see that the time period 0.5 milliseconds. So one division is 0.5 and 0.5 and 0.5. So therefore one cycle will become 1 millisecond. So that is what we have set in the function generator settings. Now let us stop this. Now let us remove this input wire and only see the output. So let us run this. Now you can see that the output settled down into these values. Just I want to show the amplitudes of the waveforms. You can see the amplitude, positive amplitude say, you can see the positive amplitude says approximately, you can see here 0.47. So where you can see the negative amplitude, you can see the negative amplitude almost the same, almost same amplitude. You can see the blue one 0.477, the negative amplitude is -0.47 because it is millivolts. That means this waveform for a symmetrical square wave input, so these output waveform is settled down to equal values. These amplitudes V1 is equal to -V2. That is what, while doing problems, we use these formulas. Now I will connect both input and outputs. Let us see the circuit with the different time constants. Now let us change the, remove this. Let us connect the channel A to the function generator and channel B to the output across capacitor, and let us change the color by selecting this and change the segment color to say blue. Now press OK. Now you can see both waveforms. This is the now capacitor charging and discharging. Capacitor charging and discharging. Now let us decrease the time constant. Let us decrease the time constant to say 0.1 microfarad. 0.1 microfarad. Let us check that now that what is the time constant? 0.1 millisecond. Let us check this waveform. You can see this kind of waveform. The capacitor charging and the capacitor discharging, the capacitor charging and the capacitor discharging. Now let us further decrease this, say 0.05 microfarads. That means the time duration will become 0.05 millisecond. Let us check this. You can see the waveforms of this kind. Now let us increase the time constant. Let us see, for example, you can change the time constant to say 10 microfarad. Now what is the time constant now? 10 into 1, 10 milliseconds. That means time constant is very large. Now the capacitor takes a large amount of time for charging and discharging. Let us see this response. You can settle, you can see that so it is charged to very less voltage. You can change the amplitude of channel B. You can see that almost it is charged to very small voltage. Now you can observe that almost for square wave the output you can see a triangular wave. That means it is start working as an integrator. So remember that when the time constant is very large when compared with the time period of the input waveform, since the time period of the input waveform is 1 millisecond, whereas the time constant is 10 milliseconds, since the time constant is very large when compared with input time period, now this circuit acts like an integrator. That means for square wave input, the output you can see clearly that the triangular wave output. For square wave input you can see triangular wave output. So this is way, in this way you can better understand the response of this RC low pass circuit with different time constant for square wave input. Thank you very much for watching this video.